Welcome back to part 2 of this week's episode. Dun, dun, dun,
Hello
dun,
and welcome.
we can get back into it. Talbot, as everyone left and everything, what are you doing in Core's room? You creepy little...
What I'm doing is I am sitting on her bed
Rude.
with my book out and going through, and I'm working on something for the future. Um, hopefully a better home that I can do through arcane means where I can cast it, kind of to the side, and no one will be able to see it. So I'm currently working on uh, what, how I can do that. What would I need? Figuring out how it could. Is this actually possible? And going through arcane runes and formulas and starting the theoretical process.
Okay, so while you're doing all that, the events will happen, and then you will hear on the radio, not radio, on the Irene barrels, and everyone will hear this in the party. We'll hear what Beryl said last, which was...
weird magic shit happening in the square. We got like a beholder eye. Talbot, do you have it? Can you help us?
With that, I will drop. I will drop what I'm doing. Come to that later because the party is in need of.
Y'all should meet up at Core's place.
We should meet up at Core's place.
Thank you, KT.
I think God is telling us to meet up at Core's place.
KT gets the gold.
Yes.
I think that's a weird voice coming over the Irene. Irene, are you feeling all right? We got some weird voices coming in again. Are you know? I don't know about that.
Updating. So everyone will meet back at Core's place. Talbot will be at the table expecting you guys. And
On this episode of Railroading, because I want to chase down this goddamn beholder.
yes, on this episode of We Need to Finish this storyline in this section.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck what happened to this campaign.
Damn, he got real for a second.
Core will show up first, and she would relatively be the closest. And then, like 5 minutes after her, everyone else will show up. So everyone's in Core's place again.
All right.
With new tea, new snacks. And
Hello, long time no see. I was chasing down the beholder, and now I'm here. So,
Yeah, we got
hi.
chased by a beholder and a kenku that nobody could see. What is going on?
got fucking stabbed.
Core, is there like magical protections on this place? Keep us from using magic?
There are magical protection, but what's this about a beholder? What?
Alright, so
I got
the
fucking
usual-
stabbed by a Kenku when it got absorbed by a beholder, and the beholder took off with the Kenku. And here I am now, still kind of internally bleeding. But hey, I'm a tough son of a bitch. I'm okay.
That definitely does not sound normal. Kenku. Kind of sounds like something my grandfather brought up, so probably should talk to him about that, because he said that you look like the thing that's been terrorizing us. Well, the village.
Yeah,
Sounds like a meeting we have to have with
I
your
was really
grandfather.
confused about that, but now I get it.
Alright, well, I was just covering bases, making sure you guys didn't have some kind of magical protection thing going up. But yes, we definitely need to work on this. It's not okay. I mean, whatever it is, it's getting through whatever barriers you guys do have. Oddly enough, though, it didn't seem that anybody noticed it but us.
Yeah, that was the weird part.
So if
Nobody
nobody's seen it, it's
could
amazing
see
that the
it.
grandfather would know that it looked like KT. Let's go find your grandfather. We need to talk about this. We don't know anything about it, but he might.
Are you sure you saw something? Are you sure it just wasn't
I look at
Fitting
the
into
fucking
the
hole in
imagination.
my chest. Yes, I'm sure I saw something
Listen,
as
Talbot.
it fucking stabbed me.
I take my hand that has the prayer beads on it and I just kind of like put it up to Bousta's chest and use one of the cure wound beads.
So as you do that, you do see a fuck. What are they called again? What did I name
Badgers?
them? Badgers. Thank you. You see a badger in a nurse outfit come out, ready to treat the wound, and then sees you do that and just walks back.
I'm sorry. I'll leave it for you next
Between the
time.
badger and Beryl, I'm just gonna see him on that full health.
yes, that's fine. No, the badger doesn't heal you, just Beryl. The badger got offended because Beryl did the healing before the badger.
I'm just gonna see him at full health.
Okay, that's fine.
That's 2 beads.
For the purposes of the story,
Yeah.
For the purposes of this,
That should be the only damage that happens during here.
That's
Physical,
my
emotional
seal of
damage I
approval.
can't prevent.
Emotional damage.
emotional
I've used more than one
damage.
bead now, so you guys don't let me forget to roll.
Oh yeah, that's right. You use more than one. Shit, one fuck. Alright, so are you guys gonna go back to Cord's grandfather?
We're going back to Cora's grandfather.
Alright.
Is
Is that what
the
Cord's
eye
gonna do?
in a good place?
I have the eye in my pocket.
Okay, it's wrapped, but it's wrapped up. It's still there. It didn't manifest away.
I check for the eye. Is the eye still on my person?
Like just like look for it. Don't look at it. Just like,
So tell me exactly what you do.
I pat around in my pockets for the eye,
So you are doing what?
making sure I still have it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have it.
okay. Is it? It's not wrapped up in anything though, is it?
Was I supposed to?
No, it's you didn't. Yeah, it's probably. The thing about beholder eyes is they're kind of dangerous. I'm just gonna like grab something in her room that is of a sheet kind of nature that's small enough to be like that. When you take it out, in the wrapping, don't.
Got it.
All right, not right now, but like when we take it out, 'cause I'm sure her grandfather's gonna want
So
it.
as you guys are saying, let's go visit grandfather, Core has not said a word about it.
Like since we started talking about it. Or?
Correct. Because everyone's like, yeah, let's go see grandfather. Yeah, let's go now. Core has not said a word about it.
But she's been fiddling with her beads.
She's fiddling with her beats.
All right. Core, sweetie, do you know where your grandfather is right now?
Yeah, he should be, and she like sniffs, he should be, so.
Are you okay? I mean, did your conversation with him not go very well?
No, he just won't listen. I'm trying to reason with him. I'm trying, but his excuse is that he doesn't want to lose me, and he doesn't want to help because he doesn't want to put people on the line, especially for someone like Eugene, especially what happened with my mom. So.
well, if he doesn't help you, wouldn't he lose you anyway? Because if we're not successful in this, we all die.
And
You know,
I to explain to him, and he just won't listen to him.
well, perhaps we should all talk to your grandfather together.
Maybe.
Maybe we can talk some sense into him.
I agree.
Sorry, I was distracted by our DM flipping somebody off.
You don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing. You have no proof.
Probably flipping me off the entire time.
You know, since you brought it up, let's just go with it, not trying to derail it on someone else.
Well,
Don't look at me like that, Travis.
Core, I know family can be difficult. But you know, it's all done out of love. So we'll have discussions with him, and hopefully we can bring him around to our way of thought at the very least. Maybe we could get him to accept that you're able to make your own decisions.
I don't think he doesn't accept me making my own decision. I think he doesn't accept the fact that he's wrong.
Very teen angst. I love
As
it.
an old stubborn man, I can confirm I hate being wrong.
Well, to be fair, old people are stuck in their ways, and it's difficult for them to accept reality, especially when it
Hey.
is ever changing.
Hey, fuck you.
Bousta's
I'm just-
old.
My reality has been broken at least 7 times in the fact that I've known you, Beryl, and Zoe, and I've been pretty okay with accepting everything that's happened.
This is a general blanket statement. This is not in reference to you.
I am an old person and I still take offense, but it's fine, I understand.
You can take offense. I really don't care.
I
Damn.
think Boost, I think old is more like a state of mind, and your state of mind is not old. So you can't consider yourself an old person.
I feel like I need a drink. There's a lot happening right here that I don't fully comprehend, and I need alcohol to cope with this situation. Cora, do you have any regional alcohol that would be very nice for this situation?
Perhaps we should not get drunk before we go see Core's grandfather.
I would like to get hammered before I see Cora's grandfather.
I look over at Boosta and I go, lesser restoration, not a threat. Promise.
Perfect. See? She's got us. Even if I get alcohol, Barrow's got me, so we're perfect.
You will not be drunk enough long enough to appreciate the effects.
Ah, that's no fun. That's the whole point of drinking,
Yes, I'm aware.
is to appreciate the effect.
All that aside, guys, we really ought to go find her grandfather, because future problems are problems for future us. But right now, we need to figure out who this thing is that just attacked Bousta before he comes back and attacks us again.
All right, yeah, I have a hole in my chest. Yeah, we should probably focus on that.
Is that really the most pressing thing, or do we want to stick with the objective, which was to convince Core's grandfather that we need their aid?
Talbot, I appreciate the
if we
problems that
solve
future
the-
us have to deal with, but if this thing is attacking his people, he's less likely to send people away to fight battles when something is at home attacking his people.
They're not going
If
to
we
send.
solve the
They're not
immediate
going to
problem-
send people out there. That's not
If
what
we
we're
solve
here
the
to do.
immediate problem that's affecting their people, especially someone that stabbed like me, like I am directly aware of the situation that's happening. If we solve that problem, I feel like he would be more likely to assist us if one of those I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of situation.
Who's to say
Also,
I'm not.
we can't do
I'm
both?
not. I'm not exactly sure that's how this tribe runs. But if you would like to try it, you are more than welcome to.
I don't think it would hurt.
Okay, we'll give it a try.
If this magical mystery is a little much for you, Talbot, all you gotta do is say so. I mean, you know. I mean, I'm sure that there are several people here that work magic that would be perfectly adequate at figuring out the solution to how this thing managed to get into their magical barricades, but it's okay to admit maybe you're not up to the challenge.
Bousta literally is taking a sip of his water skin and full on does a spit take with it as Beryl says it.
Yeah, Beryl, I'm not falling for that. Let's just go talk to the grandfather.
I was hoping.
And when the grandfather says he's not going to pay attention to that, I will be laughing out loud.
See, I was hoping Talbot said, you know what? I know you're playing on me, with me, but it's working. Alright, so is everyone,
Yeah, I know you're playing me, but it's working.
is everyone,
No.
including Cor, going to go back to Cor's grandfather? Alright, so as you guys
Yes.
pick up your things and go and get to his house, you do see a Furbo out there. Seems like they are expecting you.
Before we actually leave Core's house, I am going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast See Invisibility, and it will last for an hour.
What is that? You see 700 crossbows pointed at you, all for Bogue that shrunk their size to fit into this one room. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
I'm having suspicions about something else.
That's fair.
Which is why I'm doing it.
So Talbot's, if everyone can see Talbot's eyes, her eyes turn awake. So you guys will get there, and there is someone outside of the house, right in front of the door. As you guys approach, the person will say, "Oh, welcome back, Core," and their venturing group. How may I be of assistance?
Well, we're hoping to talk to Core's grandfather.
Unfortunately, he is not currently available at the moment.
We're looking to talk.
Well, I got stabbed by the person that's been threatening your town, and we would like to talk to Core's grandfather in regards to solving the situation.
I will make sure to write that down and deliver it to him once he has returned.
Where
is he at right now?
Unfortunately, he told me not to tell you this information. He said if Core had to ask, then she is not ready to leave.
Well, unfortunately, I got stabbed in the fucking chest, and considering he seems to be kind of the supervisor of this area, if we want to solve this problem that's been terrorizing you and your people, I feel like he's the best person to go to regarding the situation.
I will definitely send a message to him and let him know.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here asking you to send a message to him. I'm asking where he's at.
Again, I am unable to relay that information.
Bousta, he's not the
Under
one
what
in
ground?
charge. Just calm down a little bit. Just calm down. It's okay.
I roll her eye. Just gonna grab Heidi by the hand and just have her follow them. And we're gonna head to our mom's grave.
Okay. Alright, so Core's going to lead the group to the mother's grave, which will be slightly out of town. Not in your normal Furbo gravesite, but a slightly different path. So it takes about 15 minutes to get there from town to Dolphin Way. As you get there, you do see a much young from the backside, seem like much built and younger Furbo laying a set of flowers at the grave.
As soon as I see the grave, I pick up on where we are and I offer a little prayer as I walk up.
It seems like the figure ahead has not noticed you guys. Seems like once he put the flower down, it seems like he is also praying.
I kind of walk up behind Core and I, grab her hands, or we're holding hands, and that's a very lovely arrangement.
As the gentleman turns around, and you can correct me on this if I'm right or wrong, Core. Is your dad still alive?
He is, but he went missing.
Okay. Your dad is there.
Surprise!
Surprise! Your father's there.
Alright.
Wow, what an
You
interesting
look
plot
younger than I
twist.
saw you 20 minutes ago.
And he turns around and just goes, "Oh, Core."
She doesn't really recognize him that much because he disappeared when she was
Okay, so then he will just look at you guys and notice Core and just become speechless for a brief second and go, "Thank you. I will leave you all to pray if needed."
That's okay. You don't have to leave. I mean, you were here first. Did you know Core's mother?
I did, for a time.
To walk up to him slowly. And, like, there's a twinge of and then she'll say, Dad.
Damn it. No.
The gas.
He'll smile and say, hi, Tor.
You're gonna punch him.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna punch him at? They got
In the face.
So you punch him, he stumbles to the ground. Oh,
Core. What?
just like your mom. Oh,
Good form.
Okay, I deserve that.
Where the hell have you been?
Would you believe me if I said I was protecting you?
No.
Okay, so then my only excuse is worthless. He'll get back up.
No, so if you're gonna punch a man in the face, you got to do it like that. I'm not gonna do it.
Protect me from what? From you not being there when I needed you?
From giving you a slightly normal life with our people.
A normal life
Slightly.
without a mom, without a dad, alone.
You had your grandfather. You had the love and support of the tribe. If you would have gone with me, you would have grown up as an outcast. What is the common word for this?
Vagabond.
A what?
Vagabond.
A little bit, I guess you can say. Your mother and I agreed that it would be of your best interest that if things were to happen like this, you would be happier with your grandfather.
That is bullshit.
You know,
That is bullshit.
you know as well as I do that your mother was preordained to another, and that how it goes is arranged marriages, and I wasn't the one chosen. But your mother fell in love with me, or we fell in love together, which aimed us to be outcasts and given, and your mother would be stripped of her title and everything.
Can I insight check the bad?
Go for it.
You really think that she cares about a title? She wouldn't have been with you if she had a title.
Yeah, no, not quite, Luther. You're right, she didn't, but things changed when you were born. We wanted to protect you and provide for you. And when your mom went off adventuring
I always roll one of some
for a
rolls
bit,
so that I can see what I got.
she said that when she came back, her time was thin. That we should make arrangements to when she dies to give you the best shot of a normal life and not as an outcast.
Oh shit. I did that on one roll.
Yeah, a normal life with no parents and still kind of like an outcast.
But you have people. I know it must have been hard, but at the time we thought it was best for you. And I was.
No letter, no word, no. For all I knew, you were dead.
One of the agreements were to cut all communications for you until you became chieftain. I didn't even expect you to be back. And this is a unexpected surprise.
Oh. I didn't know I was gonna come back either. I come back for help, and all I get is nothing.
Because it,
And you appear here have the nerve to say that you did it to protect.
I don't. I don't expect you to understand. I just hopefully know that we did it we did it out of love.
Whatever.
Abandonment out of love is not really love. It's
Who are
abandonment.
you? I'm sorry, I don't expect anyone here to know why we did the things or understand why. We can't take it back. But know that both me and your mother love you, Cor.
In the course of the conversation, because I'm assuming that since Cor is very tall, that he's also kind of tall.
Yeah, he's very tall.
I have slowly, because I was holding her hand before she decided to take off and go punch him. I've been slowly like inching my way closer to them so that I'm kind of like in the middle almost, because I want to be able to impede if she decides to deck him again. Like, because I'm sure they're very tall, so I'm not in their eye line.
No. That's fine.
I just want to be like to the point where like I'm standing beside her in solidarity, but I want to be able to like.
That's fine.
I'm kind of just like watching her body language and be like. I know this is all very upsetting and emotionally fraught. I want to take like a step back here and give ourselves some air. You know, Cor, you're not alone. You do have your found family. You know, we're all here for you. I'm sure that he acted out of the best interest that he knew of at the time. Even if it wasn't maybe a great option. You know, this is an opportunity.
I'm going to preface this by saying, Beryl, I appreciate what you're trying to do. And I appreciate your perception on this matter. But it doesn't matter where his head was at insert many years ago. We're talking about the present. We're talking about the fact that you've been gone for fucking years. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, you disappeared out of her fucking life. And you might try and justify it in your mind, and you might see it a certain way in your mind, but that doesn't help her. That doesn't save her from the pain that she suffered of not having a dad for this many years. You can write it off as you're trying to protect her, you're trying to do this shit for her, but at the end of the day, you left her with no warning, no notice, no communication at all. That's not on her. That's not her burden to bear, even though she's had to bear it for this many years. That's not her problem. And you're gonna sit here and act like you did it for her sake? I don't mean any disrespect by this. That's fucking bullshit. You know that's fucking bullshit. And as much as you might try and write it off of your own self-esteem so that you can sleep at night, that doesn't help her and the amount of trauma that she's had to go through because of that.
Are you done?
I mean, I'm not done, but I would like to hear your response before I continue.
I'm not going to give a response to complete strangers. I said what I did, and if I'm going to be paraded by my actions, I thought that was best at the time, then I'm just going to leave. It was lovely seeing you.
Best at the time or best at right now? Because you may have made decisions in your past, but I'm not proud of the decisions I've made in my past, but I have to deal with them, and I have to accept the consequences of those actions. Now, the question is, are you prepared to accept the consequences of your actions, or are you still okay with the actions that you made?
I've been accepting the consequences of my actions by not being the life of my daughter. I don't expect any of you to understand the relationship between a daughter and a father, or even being there the moment a child is born. You bring them to life, and you only get to spend a short amount of time with them. But
Beryl's gonna take this time to
what me and Cora's mom decided was that we did what we best, and we can't take it back. And I can't undo what's did, and I'm living by the laws that are applied by the tribe. So if Cora wants me back in her life, that is up to her, and I would gladly accept that. But I can't be a part of her life in the tribe until she becomes chieftain.
I just don't believe that my mother would willingly tell her father, the only person in her life that would be there for her at the end of the day, to not be there. I can't understand how a woman like my mother would do that. I don't understand that, and I don't feel like she would ever do that. And what right do you have to be here? You're an outcast, but you still come to the village, even though you said that you're supposed to be away from the village.
And paying my respects to your mother is worth the risk.
But seeing me's not.
Seeing you keeps you safe from...
Conversation. I'm looking for my grandfather, so have fun with that.
Do you know where your grandfather is located?
I'm gonna start walking.
He'll look down at you. He's at the site of her death. Here's a map.
Thank you. I'm sorry that didn't go better.
It actually went a lot better than I thought it would be. I figured she would keep me on the ground pummeling me to death. So...
for context of the situation, I would like to keep continuing the roleplay, but I the player want context. Is she buried at the site that died, or is she just buried near the clan site of where she was grown up at?
So there's two spots. She is buried in what would be known as the royalty burial grounds.
Yeah.
That is where he is. That's where he visits. He's saying that the grandfather is at the site of where she officially died, where she got attacked.
So the grandfather is at the site of where
the mom died
She's at the attack site. We are at the burial site.
with the dad.
the burial site. Okay.
Well,
I want to approach him. I want to wait for everyone else to be done.
alright, well, just before it's I want you to know that, we love Core, and we're going to keep her safe.
I believe you.
In that line of thought, though, Core did say this place was protected magically.
Like the village and everything?
Yeah, like the veil itself. And we kind of saw a little bit of that trying to get in here, but...
Correct. It is protected by the great tree.
So, imposing a little bit here on yourself, but you're an outcast. Would the protections normally keep you out?
Normally it would, but due to my wedding ban, I'm unable to stay. But I'm still labeled as an outcast, and I still live away from the village.
Okay. I was only wondering, because apparently there is something attacking the people here, and it's getting past the barrier somehow.
Yeah, we saw a beholder.
That is very strange. But if it's getting past the barrier, I feel that's a conversation for the grandfather
Alright.
to give, since he is the current chieftain.
Well, I just wanted to know if you had any idea
Insight
of how
on
we were
that
getting
one.
through.
If you ever swing back this way and not punch me,
Well, I didn't punch you.
no, it's a joke. It's just nice to see that my daughter grew up to be a beautiful woman. I can theorize some things on how they are getting past, which is extremely odd, but I can come up with some things.
Alright, well, maybe before we leave, we'll cross paths again.
Yeah, maybe. If not, take care of her, please.
I will. And I reach into my pouch and I pull out a tourmaline stone, which is like a really dark pink, and I kind of give it to him. I said, "This one always reminded me of Cor. Matches her hair."
Just like her mother. Thank you.
I'm gonna take the map and kind of like look over it really fast, tuck it in the back, and go, "KT, Bousta, I'm gonna go catch up with Cor now. We gotta go find her grandfather. Bousta, don't kill him."
Wait, what?
I'm not going to. As I wait for everyone to kind of finish up, like their goodbyes to Cora's dad.
I don't even acknowledge him anymore. I just walk.
I figured you would.
In my opinion, he's a deadbeat dad, and always will be.
I don't know everybody else's family stuff, but like Beryl came from a very loving family anyway, so she always wants to think the best of any parent. So.
Yeah.
What did you come back for?
Like I said, to pay my respects. Come back every day.
To her, point to the gravestone, or to her, and I point towards where Cora's walking away from.
I didn't, like I said, I did not know Cor would be here.
That doesn't answer my question. Whether you knew she was going to be here or not, I'm asking whether you came back for your ex-wife? Lover? I don't
My
know
wife?
the situation here. Did you come back for your ex-wife, or did you come back for your daughter?
Okay, I came back for my wife.
And now that your daughter's here, what are your intentions?
Not getting in her way. She has choices
I
to
would
make.
like to insight check that.
Go for it.
Dirty 20, 18 plus
Oh,
2.
you're a dirty 20.
You're a dirty 20, you fucking asshole. Could be possible.
So you know it's not the correct answer, but it is a father answer.
I'm not trying to be an asshole here. I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm trying my best, father to father. Are you trying to patch things up with your daughter, or are you only here for your ex-wife? What are you here for?
I'm here for my wife. Not my ex-wife, my wife.
Still wearing red.
And what about your daughter now that she's here?
She knows. She knows that her daughter walks these lands. And if we could trade places, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I'm not asking for you to fix the past. I'm not asking for you to trade places. I'm asking what you're going to do now. What are you going to do now that you know the situation that has happened?
Well, can't do much of anything now. We can't. If I choose to go back to the tribe, I would be executed before I even get to see my daughter again. If she wants me in her life, she needs to come back to me. Or meet me at the spot again. I'll be same time, same place tomorrow. but at the current moment, I cannot walk the path my daughter walks.
I'm not asking you to walk the path your daughter walks. I'm asking you to walk a path that she can see that you're trying for her.
If I attempt to do that now, it would be my death. Oh,
We lost you.
We lost your sound.
Dom.
Dom, we lost your sound. Stop roleplaying. Dom, stop roleplaying. Dom, stop it.
Oh shit.
Nerd.
His glasses.
Damn it, Dom.
Gotta get the
I don't know what you say, but it looked good.
emotional damage.
Damn it, Talbot, can't you read lips? No.
Nope, nothing.
Travis
Absolutely.
is so
No,
amazing.
I don't have that feat.
Damn, Travis.
Beryl's perception's pretty high. She might be able
Oh,
to.
shit.
May I does though.
Welcome back, Dom.
Fuck, I was full in character and then my boots was just.
I know, that's why we were trying to say, like, Dom, stop roleplaying. Stop it.
Where did I cut off?
I don't know, I don't remember. She focused on telling you to stop.
Something about you wanted to know if he was gonna walk a path that his daughter could see him.
Okay.
And
Let me try and rewind it. I'm not asking you to walk the path for her. I'm not asking you to follow her path. She needs to see that you're trying for her, not just for this old love that you had. I can sit here and respect your love for her, and I can sit here and respect you trying to patch things up. But if you want to truly patch things up, you need to show her, and I point towards where Core's at. You can't go back and change the past. You can't sit here and change what happened, but you can show her your true intentions. And I don't know what your true intentions are, and quite frankly, I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to live your life. But if you want shit to be fixed with her, you need to show her that you want to fix it.
Tell her to grab the plant outside of her bedroom. And take that to the great tree.
I nod. I would like to see you around more. Whether you do or do not, that's on you. I will relay the information.
You're not.
And I start to walk
You
away.
walk away as well.
I catch up and I relay the information to Core, but I am being called downstairs, so I out of character need to walk away. But I catch up to Core and quietly relay the information to her.
Alright. So the information is relayed. Are you gonna make you a pit stop, or are you gonna go straight to the grandfather?
Straight to grandfather.
It takes you out of the village a bit. As you're walking this path, flashbacks do happen in Core's head to, well, this is the path her mother took her pretty much on their play dates. It's a very important path. Brings us to this big flower field of different roses in the shape of a beautiful rainbow. And in the center, you see a little pond, like a well. Let's go fountain. I'm changing it. It's a little fountain. Not little. It's a normal sized fountain. I keep changing it because I'm going with it.
Dungeon Forest.
Yeah, Dungeon Forest fountain thing.
Hell yeah.
And you will see both Kanger and Rue and the grandfather. Just grandfather in a chair, just staring at the fountain, back to you guys, and then King and Rue are just sitting, eating. You can see that that Rue is having Bousta's Warhammer as a pacifier.
Well, Core kind of stormed off. So what's Yeslie, what's Cora's demeanor right now? Are you still violently angry storming off, or have you calmed down a little bit? Like, emotionally, what would I be seeing from Cora?
Emotionally damaged.
Yeah, there it was. I was
There it was, I was
waiting
waiting
for
for
it.
that.
She's starting to calm down. At least trying to calm herself down.
I'm gonna stop Cora a little bit of ways. Like, obviously we're in seeing distance, but I'm just gonna like stop her and just be like, I know you're very upset right now. Are we gonna tell your grandfather that we saw your dad?
No.
Alright. Just making sure. And I'm just gonna we'll go back and we'll start heading back that way again.
Do you approach, or do you just let him have his moments?
Let him have his moment. She's still trying to calm down before and gather her thoughts.
How long do you wait?
Like 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. I was like, he was gonna be there for hours. Alright, 10 minutes go by. He's still just sitting there watching the fountain and everything. And you guys approach, or just Core approaching?
I'm gonna let Cora lead the group, but I'm gonna follow behind her.
I mean, it is her grandfather, so.
Solidarity moment. I would like to say that since we spent 10 minutes letting Core kind of calm herself down and trying not to give ourselves too much into his stuff, I want to say that I went around and picked up any kind of quarter to dime sized stones that I could find from the meadow.
I have a question. Did I see anything with my see invisibility?
No. You're
Okay.
still within your hour, so you probably have,
Okay.
I think, like 25 minutes left, maybe 30.
Okay. I'm going to keep, it's going to stay up. I mean, it's not a concentration, so it just kind of stays up.
That works.
Awesome.
But I'm keeping an eye out.
She'll walk up slowly. And then she'll call out to him.
He'll sigh. Yes, Core?
We have much to discuss still.
And we will discuss it at night, like I said. I will discuss it at night, like I said. No, that's not the voice.
Just go back to your regular voice.
Okay.
It's nicer that way for roleplay.
I tried to get back to it.
I don't think it's for something for later. I think it's something to do with the village. It's also what we spoke of earlier. But more importantly, apparently my friends ran across something very strange. Wanted to inform you and offer assistance.
Well, go ahead and have them inform me, and then you can tell them to be on their way.
I pipe up. Oh, that's my cue. I grab the cloth and I pull out the eye from my pocket, gripping it in the cloth so I'm not, directly touching it. There was a beholder in your village.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that hit. Actually, I'll let you decide if it hits. So as you hold it up and everything, he spins around and casts Firebolt at the eye. But you see this coming a mile away, so you can let it hit, or you can...
This is literally the first time I've ever used this. It's my one deflect missiles. I can use my react... Oh, no, wait, no. This is ranged weapon attacks. Never mind.
Firebolt or ranged weapon?
You can... Okay, so you can choose to let it hit or have it dodge.
I'll dodge it.
Okay?
I just trying to pull it out of the way. Whoa! Hey.
Destroy it now before it leaves it here.
What is it?
If I knew, I could take care of it, but yet I still don't know. But if you have a part of it, I'm assuming it can find the part.
It hasn't found us yet.
Because it's choosing not to reveal itself.
You know what they say about assuming.
I put the eye away instead.
Your group has a very hard time listening. I see.
2.
Yeah. Is one of our
Or
strengths.
should I trust him on this one?
Talbot, do you think there's any magical gaining of knowledge for keeping the eye?
You're muted, bud.
You're muted.
Silence from the blue lady.
Blue lady, you're muted. So,
Trying to be respectful. So, do I think that there's any knowledge to be gained or any benefit to holding on to this
I
eye?
am going to say, with your intelligence, knowing that it is a, quote, beholder's eye, a very powerful and magical creature, what would Talbot assume?
Do I know what all of the eyes of the beholder can do?
It is a well-known creature, so I don't see why not.
A what? I'm sorry?
It is a
Well-known.
well-known creature amongst Arcanists. It's not like a typical townsfolk probably wouldn't know what a beholder is, but someone who is versed in arcane ways, and with your background, you probably have heard and read a slight thing about beholders.
Okay, then I am going to. If I know what it can do, charm, paralyze, fear, disintegrate, sleep, telekinetic. So, well, what I can say is, let me inspect it for a moment, and then I will attempt to see if it's alive, see if it's responsive.
I carefully hand over the eye to Talbot.
And I will take it 120 feet away from the group.
God damn it, another fucking 2.
120 feet away.
Alright. Talbot, roll me a wisdom saving throw. This exactly happens when you're 120 feet away.
I'm Vedelkin. I gain advantage on
You get
this.
advantage on everything. You don't need to tell me because of your race.
Oh, man.
I get advantages for being James' best friend.
But I figured, it's good just to tell you that I have advantage because of
Okay.
this.
Okay. I'll let you have it.
All right, so that is a total of 20.
Unfortunately, you passed. You do feel like it was trying to take over your body and go inside you.
I am going to, while it is in my hand, I'm just going to, which spell is going to be the most appropriate for this?
Eyeball.
Identify.
Well, you're funny. Sorry,
Man.
sorry. Give me one moment. I just want to look really quickly.
Mess this up. I won't miss.
Okay, so I'm going to, while holding it in my hand, cast Blight on it.
And it's gone.
I don't know if a beholder is a plant creature or a magical
It
plant.
is not.
Okay. It needs to make a con save.
It fails.
Good.
It's an eye.
It's good. It's gonna take 8d8 necrotic
Roll
damage.
your damage. Fucking blight.
Ugh.
I now know what to use against the party.
No, we're not plant creatures, so.
15, 21, 31. Oh, no, this is much more.
Blight was what I wanted to do
18,
on the
21,
carnivore people,
Yeah.
cannibal people.
37 points of necrotic damage.
It withers and shivers and dies.
Oh man.
Does
My
does
eye.
it dissipate completely, or is there like a shriveled little bit?
So it shrivels up completely and then turns into a hunk of metal.
Oh.
Oh man,
like
my
a bar,
eye.
like a small round ball of metal.
With ball bearing, guys.
Pretty much, it's the size of a ball bearing.
It's been dealt with.
Alright, well, I guess I won't be using locate creature to find it now.
Oh man, my
That's it.
eye.
But alright.
That as I was trying to discern if it is still alive and able to do things, it tried to take over my body, so it had to die.
Valid.
Fair.
But. Alright, well.
Now, if you all won't mind leaving, I will see you all tonight.
Alright. I don't mind giving him his space. I'd still like to. Do we think that. Is there anything left of the eyeball Talbot, like, that I could use for locate creature if we needed to find this thing? 'Cause I don't think I need a whole lot of anything, just something. Actually, never mind, I don't. It just needs to be familiar to me. I've seen it.
Can I have the eye?
You mean a ball bearing?
Yeah, I want it.
I don't know if we know that. Talbot was 120 feet away.
Oh shit. We don't know that yet.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, and I do pick it up. I pick up this little ball bearing, and then I will pocket it,
So,
and I will state, we can inspect this later.
so Core, would you mind speaking to me later? Or is it so important that we need to speak now?
I don't know why you would tell them to find you. Tell them to find you when you don't want to speak.
I tell no one to come look for me.
If I didn't know where you were,
I expected if you wanted to continue or accept what I have said, you will know where I'm located and then you would accept what needs to be done. And not bring your traveling companions.
this doesn't just it concerns everyone. So, for you not to want to speak to the rest of the group, just we're trying to help people. You're just not
I said I will speak to the group tonight. It's
fine.
Thank you. Now, if you don't mind, as there's nothing else further to discuss, I would like to go back to what I was doing.
It's okay if I wouldn't have any knowledge of this, but is there a possibility that Beryl could piece this together? Is this the day the mom died? Is this like an anniversary?
No one was. The date was never said.
Okay.
you could possibly.
I mean, it's just saying the
things
grandfather
together.
wants to be alone. The dad shows up at the gravesite.
Use your character's intelligence.
I know my intelligence is not the best, but I feel like it's not.
I walk up to the grandfather. Sir, it's kind of been bothering me. What are you doing here? We got here a little bit ago, and we've just been watching you. And I don't really... I'd like to know what you're doing.
If it gets you to go away sooner, I am remembering the last moment I saw my daughter.
Yeah.
I see. I apologize for the intrusion. I take a couple of steps back. I put both my hands together. Now for another little prayer. And I return to the group. We should go.
Yeah.
So the group leaves.
Yeah.
The group leaves.
Alright, the group
Yep.
you leave. Make it back to Cora's house. Gonna do anything with the plant, or do we want to skip to night?
I'll just remind Core that what Bousta had said before was, you might not like this, but your dad did say something about that plant outside of your room. Is that like a plant that you know about, or is it? I mean, if you don't know about it, maybe we should check it out.
Oh, I thought it was obvious. Isn't that the flower that we saw when Core's mother appeared?
Is it the same flower or just the same type of flower? I'm not quite sure. I didn't think that other flower survived.
From having now pointed out and from everyone looking at it, it is another flower. You're correct. The first flower and whatever didn't survive. But
Right.
Once it's used up.
Once it's used, yeah.
Correct. But this is a brand new flower.
I mean, we don't have to do anything with it yet if you don't want to, if you're not ready. I mean, it's been here for however long you've been gone.
No.
Do you want to do it alone? Like, is all of us being here maybe not okay?
I can't really take you guys close to the great tree.
Oh. Well, that's okay. We can entertain ourselves. I mean, maybe tell us a good place to get some food. A little dinner place.
All the badgers just look insulted.
Not that you guys don't make good food, but you deserve a good night off.
I don't know the noise badgers makes, but I don't know what noise it makes.
I just didn't want to be in a position, guys. It's fine. Now I feel bad. I'm gonna start making stones for all the badgers.
Hitless barrel.
I feel like I'm the only one trying to say thank you at all, but
Core, we can afford to wait here. We have time, as your grandfather is
Being
doing something. So why don't you take the flower, go to your sacred tree, and spend some time?
Oh, there it goes.
We have time to kill.
Alright. As I said before, my house is yours. Feel free to look around.
I immediately go to your bedroom again.
The badgers look at you and look at her and look at you, look at her.
You really ought to think about maybe not telling her to be right at home. Does seem to pick the most personal spaces.
Alright, so Cole will grab the flower and head to the great tree.
She will grab the flower. She'll but hold that real quick. I'm looking. Oh, come on, because I have something that I've used.
I guess I can put, let's see.
Can I make a nature check to see if I know what badgers eat?
Sure.
Okay.
And then you need to tell me what they actually eat.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure badgers eat everything.
16? Is that high enough for me?
Because honey
So
badgers
she
don't give a
will-
shit. They eat whatever.
She will grab the plant, and since there's like little trees
Oh, no.
in her house is like a house. I will use stride and go into the tree and disappear.
So you arrive at the great tree.
Yeah,
Uh,
so that they follow me.
okay, so as you get there, it is this lovely, massive, beautiful tree. Has a small pond just circling around it. Has a little bridge from your spot to its little base. Its roots are everywhere, deep in ground. It's surrounded by these massive other trees. It looks like it's just a one-way in, one-way out type deal. What do you do?
She's not gonna take the bridge, but she's gonna walk through the water and basically swim her way over to the center.
Okay. And while you're here, you do feel great power, great divine and nature power mixed into one. And you get a nice little breeze knowing that the tree knows that you are here.
She will get all the way there, and then she'll kneel before it. Respect. And she'll look up at the tree and say, I never wanted me, and I'm trying to deliver that. I'm trying to be your tool and your warrior, but sometimes very. I'm sorry I disappointed you. And then she'll put the plant right next to the tree. She won't exactly put it yet, but she'll just place her hands on it and just look up at it.
As you look at it, a single leaf falls from it and lands on the flower. The flower will grow bright with divine and nature energy and appears a child version of your mother. And she will look up at you and goes, "Wow, you're pretty."
What?
It's a kid version of your mom.
No, I didn't hear what he said.
"Wow, you're pretty."
Oh.
You have like the same hair as I do.
You.
Why do you seem so sad?
Well, what has happened?
Did your parents not let you get dessert either?
No.
Uh, Mine won't let me have dessert. They say I gotta eat broccoli. I hate broccoli.
Broccoli's gross. How far are we away?
We're not there.
Okay.
But it's good for you.
But it's the texture and gets stuck in your teeth. And yeah.
I can see that.
So what brings you to this big hunk of junk?
Hunk of junk.
Well, no one tells me its name, so I just call it hunk of junk. And then it usually slaps me on the back.
Not very respectful.
To a tweet?
It's our guardian,
Well, it does.
our deity, our everything.
What's the deity?
Someone that you worship and pray to, and they care for you in return.
Oh, that sounds like my mom and dad.
In a sense.
Huh. I guess next time I see them, I can call them deities.
I didn't hear it. It sounded really funny.
Next time I see them, I can call them deities.
Okay. What brings you here?
I felt like you needed me.
And why is that?
Well, just by the look at you, you seem to be in a lot of internal trouble.
And how are you going to help?
I can hug you. Seems to everyone just needs a hug sometimes. It's what I do when a lot of adults get stressed out. I just hug them, and they seem to feel better.
That's right.
Since you are much taller than me, and I'm assuming much older than me, you are an adult who needs a hug.
Sounds about right.
Okay, are you ready? I'm gonna give you a big hug.
Ready.
And she gives you like a jump hug and squeezes you tight.
She'll hug her back.
See, doesn't that feel better?
A little bit.
Wow. It's a step towards the right direction. And sometimes that's all you gotta do is take that first step.
Agree. Sometimes it's a little harder to do.
You can always take that first step with people who care about you and who love you.
Not wrong about that.
You know, normally my dad says every time I'm right, it hurts his head. Because I put it in, a child's point of view. But I say, a child's point of view is the best view.
And what's your point of view on this?
Be happy. I really don't know what the topic is. You haven't told me why you sad. You just told me what? Yeah, you all sad, and I'm trying to cheer you up. So I guess my point of view of you being sad is silly. Because there's too much time spent being sad. It's hard. Being sad is hard. And things that are hard are stupid. So just don't be sad.
This is like an episode of Mike Tyson Mysteries.
I'm sad because I'm trying to help and for the greater good, and it doesn't seem like the person I love the most in the world quite understands. And I understand his fear, and I know he doesn't want to lose me, but if nothing's done at all, then he's gonna lose me regardless. And he just doesn't understand. And I've already lost a lot of friends and relationships, and trying to peacekeeper all the time is hard.
That does seem hard. But why would he lose you? I mean, if he loves you, why lose you?
He doesn't want to lose me because he lost his own daughter,
Oh,
and I'm the only family he has left. And this goes to for me. He's my only family I have left. And I want to keep them safe, and I want to keep our village safe, and everyone that I know and care for, I want to keep them safe. And I feel like some of the issues are because of me. And the only way to fix things is to get his cooperation. And he just won't listen.
well, it seems like everyone just needs a big hug. Can you make your arms really big and hug everyone? And if you believe it's your fault, why not apologize? And see what happens. I mean, he would have to be a really meanie pants to not accept your apology. If you did believe you did something wrong. But I don't think you did anything wrong. You seem to be a nice person.
Thank you.
Okay.
I try.
Well, I know for a fact you can't protect everyone or everything. You can just do your best, and that's what counts. It's like tying your shoe. You're gonna keep trying, but even though you may fail, you're gonna keep attempting it over and over again and never giving up.
I'll take that to heart. I'll remember that.
I hope I was helpful.
No way.
What's your name? You haven't told me that yet.
My name is Core.
Oh, that's a pretty name.
Thank you.
You know, if I ever get a mini-me, I'm gonna name her Core.
I think I like that.
Yeah. I don't know how to get a mini-me. Every time I ask, my dad says to wait. But he never tells me how long to wait. Oh, he just puts a snack in my mouth and tells me to be quiet. Do you have a
Smart man.
Do you have a snack?
Let me look. She'll look in her.
Do you have a snack?
I think she has like a blueberry in her pocket.
You gonna give her a blueberry?
Yeah.
Alright, so she transforms into a young adult. As she eats a blueberry. She goes, oh, Core, it's great to see you again.
What?
What? We spoke last time, right?
We just finished talking. I just gave you a
What are you
blueberry.
talking about? Finish just talking. Why are we at the great tree?
She'll look up at it and she'll say, I often come here when I'm in need of guidance.
You know, I did the same thing. My dad put so much pressure on me to become a chieftain, I would often come here for guidance as well. And even in silence I found it. Which is very weird, because you think guidance must come from spoken words.
Not necessarily.
Eh. Oh, I got great news. I forgot to tell you last time. I'm going to be married.
Congratulations.
You just can't tell my dad.
He'll love you regardless.
That may be true, but unfortunately, with our people, it's not to the arranged marriage man. It's to someone else. I think you'd be good to me, and if we have a child, hopefully good to the child as well. Oh, by the way, how are your friends doing? You had quite a bit of companions. I think the last time we spoke.
Companions.
Weren't you on a brave adventure to save the world and slay the demons? Or something like that?
Still trying to.
Oh, well, I think you can do it. You seem, well, you are a very strong young woman.
Funny. I don't think I'm that strong.
Really? I think you can pack a mean punch.
I have been told.
And if you weren't strong, the tree would not let you be here. I can sense greatness in you, Cor.
That means a lot.
By the way, do you have a snack?
I don't know. She'll look for another snack in her bag.
Do you have another blueberry?
Hold on, another blueberry.
Let me check. I think I do.
Okay, do you give her another blueberry?
Yes.
And you see your mother, exactly the last time you saw her. And he just looks at you.
Hug her right away.
Yeah, that's about right. Hey, sweetie.
Don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it seems like you're trying to break my ribs.
She nuzzles her
Oh,
more.
yeah, sweet. Okay. I love you and miss you too. Okay. I guess. I don't need ribs. I have an extra set.
What?
It's verbal, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Alright.
It's not.
I know.
So why don't you tell me what's going on? The last time I saw you, we were saving your friend, I do believe. And we were successful.
Back home.
I can tell. You got the great tree. Are you planning on getting an upgrade? Is your staff broken?
No.
Oh, you're planning on becoming a chieftain finally. Oh, this is a ceremony. That's why I'm here.
Not
You're not
quite.
pregnant, are you?
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Are you getting?
Not
Are
yet.
you, are you married to a human? Are you getting married to Eugene? I mean,
No.
Not yet.
to each their own. I mean, I just thought you would, get someone a little taller.
What?
He's like 5'4".
I'm not marrying him.
Okay. He's not a bad catch, though.
Yeah, but I'm not marrying him.
That's fair. Where is your
I-
party and where is Eugene? I figured he'd be by your side.
Eugene's not here, and my friends are back at home.
Oh, that's how you got my plant, the last one. Oh, okay, this explains a lot.
I'm so lost.
Oh,
I don't know what I'm doing, and grandfather's just so stubborn.
have you punched him yet?
No.
Just saying, he can be stubborn at times. You know how many times I got grounded when I punched him? It's like, did you punching him? Oh, it was
No.
a lot. And how are you lost, sweetie? You have friends who guide your way. You can't lost if you know where you're going.
I never know where I'm going.
But you always end up somewhere. You always end up exactly where you need to be.
I'm trying so hard to make everything right and try to convince grandfather to assist us and help us, and he just doesn't seem willing. And I know it's because he doesn't want to lose me, and he doesn't want to endanger our people, but our people are already endangered.
And that's very disheartening to learn. But what is he asking of you?
He hasn't asked me anything yet.
Oh, have you asked him?
No.
Have you spoken to him like family instead of like someone who needs something?
It's not.
I know your grandfather loves you deeply. Obviously, I'm not here to convince him, nor could I convince him. But if there is one person out there that could, it is you. You did it once to go on an adventure, and you met a wacky group of adventurers.
I'm not wacky.
I didn't really tell him that I was leaving. I kind of just said I'm going and kind of left, but
So you did what I did. That's my girl. But I believe in you. And I believe you can convince him to, if anything, to let you go. And to help in this dire need of yours.
he also won't stop living in the past, and he thinks about your death a lot.
It was hard on him. I did die in his arms. And unfortunately, he did see Eugene there doing nothing. So I can understand why he's living in the past. But hopefully with your guidance and love, you can bring him to the present.
I hope so.
I mean, if anything, you just give him a right hook, knock him out, and then take over the track. Just saying. I know you won't do that, but how funny would that be?
I think it would be that funny.
Hey, I'm not the one gonna get grounded here.
Sure.
So this is the last of the flowers. After this, I won't be able to talk or see you again. Hopefully you don't die in front of me. That'd be really awkward.
Been there.
Been there, done that. Try again.
If the one thing that you can do, you can always call him.
Call who?
If your grandfather needs to get out some anger, call Eugene. Let your grandfather and Eugene hash it out.
Yes, please do. I want to hear Peter talk to himself.
Us just have Travis be the grandfather.
And how would I call Eugene to me?
You have his Irene, don't you?
Do I have it?
You have a Irene of his, like. You have an Irene.
You have his number, boo.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure he will respond to you.
Thank you.
Alright, now
Sure.
Okay. Let me get one last big ol' hug and send you on your way.
Did I miss you?
I'm gonna miss you too, sweetie. But remember, I am always with you. I'm never too far.
It is what it is.
So she'll go in and give you a great big hug. Give you a little kiss on the forehead. She'll step back and go, I love you, Cor.
Love you, Mom.
And she'll wave and just fade off into the tree as energy. Ta-da-da.
But why did Dad leave?
Oh shit, we've got to get there. There will be
Rachel
one
was
more
just
plant around.
sitting here. Rachel was just sitting here waiting for someone to bring it up.
So,
Oh,
sorry, I was too focused on this. We'll fast forward to because it's towards the end of our time. So Cole had that lovely moment.
Oh, man.
And hopefully I did that justice. I don't want to not obviously do something important to Core. I'm not gonna be like, get a text later, Peter, you fucked up, fuck you. I'm sorry, yes,
Damn it,
I'm
Peter.
sorry. So Core will return back to the group after the group is done eating and drinking a little bit. It is around nighttime. the group will gather and then head on over to the grandfather's place, which will be, you guys will arrive there. Kanga and Rue will escort you guys to the back patio where he is sitting in a rocking chair next to a fire pit. And there's chairs for each and every one of you guys. You just welcome.
Hello.
Please take a seat.
Thank you for inviting us into your home.
Thank you, sir. I sit down in one of the seats he has
I
offered.
did agree to core that I will meet with you and hear you out on the subject. Wasn't there supposed to be an elephant with you?
The afternoon's exertions have worn him out a little bit.
He got stabbed.
He's of an age much more than us.
He also got stabbed.
I healed that.
Alright.
I wouldn't want to leave if I got
So
stabbed.
let's get to the point so we can all be on our way.
Sorry, the elephant had to take a shower because it's fucking 10 o'clock at night and he's fucking tired as shit of this all goddamn bullshit.
Why did he use my shower?
Well, I was told to make myself at home. I don't know why you guys are getting pissed at me.
Alright. So
I was told to make myself at home. Don't
alright.
bullshit.
What do you want so I can either say yes or no and get you out of my house?
Alright, well, first off, we solved the thing that's attacking your people. That's pretty important.
It's not me.
It's not him. He did stab our friend though.
Yeah, I got fucking stabbed.
And we'd like a little bit of information on that, if you had anything. Because we would like that not to happen again. But also, there is a rather large battle coming, and, fight for the world. Yeah. Talbot, you're better at this. I'm gonna make it sound like it's a bunch of stupid.
Okay. What we are seeking only through your graces is a piece of the branch from the tree. The purpose of it is to help create an artifact that will help close and seal the portal that is attempting to be created by the cults of Tiamat. And if it is indeed open, the portal will be big enough for Cthulhu to enter into our realm. The branch of your sacred tree will help us prevent that from happening.
Why does it have to be from our sacred tree? Why can't you find a different tree?
DM question. Through me finding out the information that we need part of the branch, I take it the discussion was not had as to why we need this particular tree.
Correct. You were just told you needed a branch from that tree.
Well, to be honest, it was not discussed why we need this very particular branch from the tree. However, I assume it has to do with the fact that it is powerful beyond measure, and it had been treated with such love and respect, not only by Kor and you, but through all of your tribes, that it is the purity could could be the reason why it is sought after as part of this artifact.
So you just can't go to a church or something and get one of their holy relics and use that? Has to be the tree.
I cannot.
Has to be our sacred tree. The one that we guard, protect, and die for.
Well, that
You just
Yes.
want me to give it to you.
I'm not asking for you to give it. However, we would like to borrow it. And then, upon this being completed, I am more than happy to give it back to you, the artifact and all, so that it can stay within the track.
If you can give it back to me. If it's not stolen or destroyed upon use.
The artifact will stay with me and be on my person.
And I don't know who you are, nor do you have any authority to wield just an artifact from my people.
I am Talbot. I am an arcane caster. Very similar to the firebolt that you had fired earlier when we came to visit you during your private time. I have spent the better part of my life researching, really getting to the core understanding of magical items, creatures, and things that are just magical in nature, as that in particular is the basis of which that I grew up on. I can understand you not knowing me makes this rather uncomfortable. And your perspective of this random, strange blue lady coming to you and asking for a piece of something that is so sacred.
Then you would understand if I deny your request.
I would understand where you were coming from, but I would not ask of this if it wasn't absolutely necessary.
Whether it's necessary or not, if I deny it, I deny it, and you would completely understand why.
If you don't mind my interjection in this
This
situation,
is what everyone is here for, so by all means.
Can't tell if that was
Thank
Peter
you.
or him saying that.
so it seems we are at a bit of an impasse in regards to handing out favors to one or the other. Considering I was quite literally stabbed by the creature, abomination, whatever the case may be, that is terrorizing your clan or your village, I see a very mutually beneficial path ahead of us. If we agree to take upon and take down this abomination that we have experienced that has been terrorizing your people, would you allow us to take a branch in exchange for assisting you and your clan?
If I needed your help and accepted your assistance, possibly. But at the current moment, I neither need your help nor require your assistance.
With all due respect, you tied up our friend just off the mere basis that you thought he was who you thought.
Yeah, that's
who
pretty
is
racist, bro.
terrorizing your people.
So he cut out what?
That's pretty racist, bro.
If you tied up our friend because you thought that he was the one terrorizing your city, just off the mere basis that he was a similar description, but you don't know who is terrorizing your city, where I perchance have personally encountered him and have, one, attacked him, but two, as he has attacked me, so I know exactly who we're looking for. Now, you can either go about this and try and protect your clan by yourself, or you can get the assistance of people who have personally experienced him and are willing to lend you their services to rectify the situation for you on your behalf, not for our own merit, but on your behalf. All we're asking is a favor in return, in a I scratch your back, you scratch mine type of situation, if you understand.
Oh, well, I understand, and if you would like to complete this task set before you by yourselves, with the payment of the generosity of your heart, I will not stop you. If you would like to do this out of kindness of your heart, but like I have said, I am currently in no need of your assistance.
If you're in no need of our assistance, then why is it still terrorizing your clan?
We are taking care of it.
If you're taking care of it, why is it stabbing people that are visiting your clan? If you have control of the situation, why is it still in the loose?
Wow, I don't care much if it stabs people visiting my clan or not. You're not part of my clan. I just let you in out of due respect.
And what if it stabbed your granddaughter? What if I wasn't the one in the town market today? What if it was your granddaughter?
Well, my granddaughter knows how to dodge, so I do not need to worry about it.
Damn.
And you're saying every single man, woman, child in your clan knows exactly how to dodge this that they may or may not know of?
What my clan can and can't do is none of your guys' concerns.
Were you aware that this particular being seems to be targeting magical individuals?
I have already said I do not require your assistance. If we would like to move on to a different topic,
That does not
I
answer
am more than
the
happy
question.
to discuss.
Would you like to discuss more about us possibly getting more of the sacred tree? I mean, because, like, these are the only two topics we have. We need to either be gifted a piece of the sacred tree, or we would like to help you with the magical being that is attacking magical people in your community. Because if I am correct in assuming most of your community is magical.
Some are.
Alright, so it's targeting
You know that
specific people in your community, which are needed to protect your community, since you are protected by magical means.
Well, if
Do you know that there's more than one entity that is attacking your
I
clan?
am aware of the situation.
Are you aware that there's more than one entity attacking your clan?
I have said yes, I am aware of the situation and what is going on.
Whether you're aware of the situation or not doesn't matter. You can be aware that there's a problem with clan. I am asking you a specific question. Are you aware that there are multiple entities involved in these
There is a
Yes.
order and a
One.
Kenku.
Now that is exactly the answer I was looking for. I don't know why it was that difficult.
Because I don't.
Look, you and I are both stubborn old men. We can go about this all
We
day.
can't.
Yes or no questions for each other can work just fine, so we both have the information for each other, so we know how to proceed.
We can go about this all day because yes, we are both stubborn old men.
Exactly.
But the difference is, I need nothing from you or your party.
Oh, really? If you needed nothing from us, then why is this creatures or these multiple
Bousta?
creatures attacking your people?
Bousta?
No,
And no,
Talbot,
Bousta. Enough.
Talbot, I love and respect your opinion. But I am not going to sit here and watch as this man is going to be stubborn as hell about him and his people while it is still an active problem. If it is going to be continue to be an active problem, if you are the leader that you want to try and proclaim that you're going to be, you need to fix it. Whether you do it yourself or you rely upon your granddaughter and her friends to do it, I don't care. But I got stabbed in the market today, and whether you like it or not, that's going to happen to somebody else later today, tomorrow, the next day. You're aware of the situation. Good on you. I'm glad you're aware of the situation. But what are you doing actively to fix this situation? Because from my perspective, you're not doing a goddamn thing. I got stabbed today, and it seems like, quite frankly, you don't care. Which, whether I'm a visitor or not, shouldn't matter. It is an active problem within your clan, your area, so you should be taking active steps to prevent these types of situations.
Well, you are right.
Now
We
are offering our services to help in this situation in return for a favor.
And I will not grant a favor as a reward.
Why not?
Because I choose not to. If it's gold that you want to do this kind act, I'll pay you in gold. But I will not pay in a favor. If you would like to branch, Cor knows exactly what she needs to do.
Are you doing all of this so Cor will accept being chieftain so that she can grant us a piece of the tree?
I am doing this if Cor chooses to be chieftain. We'll go through the proper channels, the rituals, the passing down of the torch.
You want her to choose by forcing her to choose it.
Not forcing her.
You are. You're forcing her to take a path which she may or may not want because you want her to take it, and you are making it so that she has to, because if she doesn't, the world dies.
There is no proof that you have brought to me that the world dies. It's only your word. Frankly, I know none of you. I just know Cor.
I don't think that you are that stupid. I think that an intelligent leader who has run this community, who has access to the magic that you have access to, and obviously knows what's going on in the world, is so blind that he would not realize the danger that everyone is in. And he is blatantly denying us the thing we need to force his only family to take the path which you raised her for, which she is obviously defiant of taking because she is left. You are doing this to force her to come home, to make her stay home. You are imposing this upon her, and you're making it so that she has to take it. I don't believe you're too stupid to not know what's going on in the world.
If I did or do know what's going on in the world, you're assuming that I care about the outside
I do
of these
think
forests.
you care about this forest, and if the rest of the world burns, this forest goes with it.
This forest have enough protection to survive.
To not keep a beholder out. You think if it can't keep a beholder and a Kenku out, it can keep out Cthulhu and Tiamat.
I think it can keep out plenty.
So you're letting dangers in on purpose.
Not necessarily.
I think you are. I think you're letting danger come in to make Cor take care of the problem.
That would be reckless and dangerous of me.
Let me ask a
You've
question.
been doing it all night.
Correct. Absolutely. I want you to work with me on this line of thought.
I'd rather not.
If you were not here, who would be the chieftain?
If I was not here,
Correct. If you were not around, whether you were dead, whether you were not a part of the clan, who would be the
I
chieftain?
don't feel comfortable answering that.
I am asking as Cor's friend, because from my perspective, Core would be the one in charge. You still currently have control of our weapons. I do not mean physical harm upon you. I am asking a legitimate question. Who would be in charge if you were not
No,
around?
I know you're asking a legitimate question. But it's a principle of me wanting to answer it to someone who is not part of my clan. But
Fine.
Core knows
Well,
the answer
let me
to
rephrase
it.
the question. I am not asking Core. I am asking you, man to man, who would take charge?
Core can answer that question.
I look at everybody and see that everybody's frustrated. It's like, can I have the room for a couple minutes?
I feel like he
It's
only
a
wanted
good.
you to
It's a good. It's no. It's a good idea. Let's let Core alone with. I'm sorry. I am so rude. How do we address you? As grandfather? As
I know his name. I'm just
what
not
is the
using
appropriate?
it.
What is the appropriate way to address you?
Grandfather would do.
Grandpa.
Peter doesn't know.
I've just addressed him as sir.
Well, let us leave Core and grandfather.
I don't think I actually got his name. Do you have the name?
Yeah, I sent it to you a while
Wait,
ago.
that was so long ago.
Yeah, it was a while.
Shut up.
I think
Call on the chieftain
Wait, what
for
did you say,
now.
chieftain?
Beryl is beyond frustrated and she thinks that she has his number, so as she like turns to leave, she's just like, I'm so tired of having this argument. Is it like every leader in the world doesn't care about the world? I mean, like, I feel like we've had this argument several times. It's not about them and it's ain't about nobody else. Like, we should just...
Beryl, just leave it. Chieftain.
I mean, I'm walking as we go. I'm heading out. I'm just like, it's like, I'm just beyond having this
Yeah.
argument.
I am ushering everybody out.
I think aesthetically, I don't think Bousta, like, the one time Bousta has never summoned his echo, but it still came out. I think the vestige of his daughter is literally pushing him out of the room as he is still trying to have this debate with him. And it's not until after, like, he's fully out of the room and the door closes that he realizes that he never summoned it, and yet she's standing in front of him.
I just want pictures of this echo now in Bousta.
I will say before I leave the room, I ring only to Core and go, he's afraid of something. I can sense it. And I go.
Percentile.
Meh.
So you have the room,
Okay.
my granddaughter. What is it you want to speak about?
I'm sorry for leaving and not telling you where I was going. And I'm sorry for just showing up unannounced and not taking your feelings into account. I know Mom did the same thing, and look what happened. But you don't have to be afraid of me. You don't have to be afraid of what'll happen to me. You raised and Mom raised the wrong person. And I'm trying to do what's right. And I'm trying to do
Is it trying to
right
get
by
the second
you
one?
and our God.
Yeah, it's almost 11. It's almost 11. That's fair.
The day your mother died, I have never felt more of a failure as a parent than I did then. And I blamed it on your father. I blamed it on Eugene. No parent should have to bury their child. And I do not want to go through that again with you.
And it will happen. These people have saved me time and time again. And I don't know what the future holds. But I'll always come back to you. You're the only one that stood by me when Mom died. And even though I felt a distance between you and I knew that you were there. When my own father wasn't. But we need to let the past be in the past and move forward.
You know, I know I've told you this 1,000 times, but you are the spitting image of your mother. And the words you just spoke were exactly the same thing she told me the day she left.
What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. Onyx, sorry.
Damn it,
I
Onyx!
just turned on the light.
Don't choose things you're not supposed to, Onyx.
Damn it.
I know, he just turned on the light by
Oh,
himself.
smart dog.
She'll just hug him.
He will hesitate at first because it was such a shock. He will hug you back and ask you to summon him.
What?
He will ask you to summon him.
She'll go over her eye ring and call for Eugene.
In that moment, he appears right next to you, or I guess if you're still hugging your grandfather right behind you. You all see this
From outside?
from outside. We'll say it's a glass window.
Oh, okay.
A little nice little patio, glass window. You see Cor reach for the eye ring. She says something, but you guys don't hear it. And then Eugene shows up.
I feel like Beryl wouldn't see that. I feel like she's still angry with her back to the door. She's ranting.
Whoever is looking outside.
Because let's be
sees
honest,
them.
in Beryl's state of mind, if she saw Eugene, that wouldn't be a funny thing. So, I mean, Beryl's mad and turned around. She's not.
Okay, that's fine. So whoever is looking at Eugene will show up and look at Cor, and then look at the grandfather, and then look at Cor and go, "So is this how I die?"
One can only hope.
Because I'm pretty sure out of the multiple times he suctioned me, if I ever showed my head again, he would kill me.
I think there's things that you need to talk about and squash once and for all.
Your grandfather will approach Eugene. Again, you guys are fucking tall as hell people. So compared to this, it looks like a full-grown adult talking to a child.
Been
Because
there.
Eugene is 5'4" and Cor's family runs in the 7 feet range. We'll look down at Eugene, and just like his granddaughter did earlier today, your grandfather will deck Eugene in the face. Give him a knife, and Eugene will just. So everyone will hear outside.
Good form.
Eugene will split blood. Okay. Okay, that was deserved but uncomfortable. that's gonna hurt in the morning. You done? No. He looks down. If she is harmed or killed in any way, there's no box, time, or God that will prevent me from hunting you down and killing you. Eugene will look up and go, that's fair.
Rachel has a really, really strong urge to cut Core with like a pocket knife.
But, question really quick.
Let's
And
see if he
Grandfather
would.
will say, what? Eugene will say, where's your staff? The grandfather will smirk a little bit and say, in the proper place. Core.
Yeah.
I say this with love in my heart, but also with the worry. It may not mean much to you, but humor an old man. You have my blessing to go on this adventure. You have my blessing to take a branch onto your weapon for an upgrade. But know this, if that is the once you use your weapon for the seal, you will no longer have access to your weapon. It will be permanently a key or a lock. You will not get a new weapon or a staff until you become chieftain and carve one yourself. If you're okay with this, then tomorrow we will do a new ceremony for your upgrade.
I won't let you down.
And he'll go and hug you. And as he's hugging you, he'll kick Eugene in the face. You guys will hear.
Good form.
Enough kidding. Oh.
Beryl's turned away, so I can't even enjoy this.
And he looks around and goes, oh, hey, it's Beryl. Probably not be here. Well, I'm glad I was summoned for this. Thank you, Core, I'm assuming. And if there's nothing else from you, Core, I will take my leave and see everyone when they meet the former pharmacies. Alright, I'll see you guys later. He'll poof out.
Bye, Eugene.
Wait, ask him about your dad.
So, fucking hey! So as you're still turning around, you do hear KT go, bye, Eugene.
What did you just say?
I'm sorry your accent came through and I wasn't expecting it.
Was he back? I turn around. He's up
And
there.
you see Core and her grandfather hugging.
You just
What?
missed him.
That little bitch.
He
He
did
would
look
show
over
up.
for a
He
second.
would show up when my back was turned.
I think he saw you and left.
You guys
He
can,
better leave.
come out.
Every time he shows up, he just mixes things all up, and we gotta put all the pieces back together.
I will re-enter.
As you guys re-enter, he will reinstate what he just told Core. And he will give you a piece in a branch. But it will be an upgrade to Core's weapon, and once it's used, Core will no longer have access to her weapon. Until she becomes chieftain and carve herself a new one, symbolizing a new era for her.
Don't feel pressured or nothing, Core. I know some people who make really nice staffs if you don't want to be cheaping after all this.
I mean, I made mine with my mom.
I know. But you made it from the sacred tree. So I'm just saying, if you need something that's like super strong and durable, I know some people who know some rocks.
Thank you.
Rock staff.
That's what I have.
Hell yeah.
We will do the ceremony tomorrow, and then you will be on your way. Is that acceptable for everyone?
Well, I do have some shopping to do. I keep needing to go shopping. I can't. It's fine. I'll get it done.
Sounds good to
y-
me.
Yes. Yes, it is agreeable.
In that case, I suggest you all get plenty of rest. You have a busy day tomorrow.
Is it dark yet? Can I search?
It's been dark.
Oh, damn. I just want to go get some of the teas. There's two things that I'm really focusing on. There's because we had a session years ago. It felt like where me and Core had like a tea thing, and she told me about the flowering teas that they had because I was trying to make them.
That's right.
And so me and Core had a discussion about the flowering teas that she had. So I really wanted to get some of those. And then also Core's staff has those crystals on it that glow. And I know because Core told me that it was a ceremony that, magically enhanced them. But I was going to go around and looking for anybody who could not give me glowing stones, because obviously that's hundreds of years to make it, but I want to get some of the stones that they use so I can attempt the ritual
Think
myself.
about it. And before you guys leave, the grandfather will say, if you are looking for men or women to fight in your war, you can take as many of the outcasts as there is.
Do you guys outcast people regularly?
Ones who don't follow tradition or rules.
Well, right, but how many of those are there?
Let me just roll my probability stone.
And also, how are we going to find them if they're out?
520.
Okay, that's a decent number. Why do you guys have regulations that kick that many people out?
Well, some of them are thieves, murderers, and rapists.
All right, cool. Great fighting forces, I suppose. How are we supposed to find them?
You've already met one today. Just meet him again.
So they're like a second community living outside of this community?
I mean, if there was, I would have to destroy them. So I'm pretty sure there isn't. I am
Also,
quite
if they're-
tired. I am going to go to bed.
If they're outcasts, can he really tell us we can just have them? I mean, I'm not going to listen to him.
If
It's their traditions. It's their world. I'm just living in it, man.
Thank you, Chieftain. I hope you rest well.
you too. Now, as a great and beautiful mother once said, get your shit and get out of my house.
Shit, alright, man. You ain't gotta tell me twice.
We're joining next session from comfort of my own home, where I won't freeze.
And I will leave the premises.
Everyone will leave and go see their course.
Can I have my way?
This is exactly what we're wrapping up.
Before we leave, I go up to the kangaroo. Can I have my stuff back?
No.
Oh,
It shakes his head.
man.
But it does pull out one of your plushies and you can have that back.
Probably
I
the one we
take
left
it.
behind.
Thanks. I take it with
You
me.
can always get.
So that's
the
where we'll
ones
stop
back.
here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I know we went last, but we did need to wrap up the core session in this session. So next week, again, we'll meet in person and everything. We should have Dom in person, maybe a couple more, and that will jump from this role playing till the meeting. So get ready to meet all the people you recruited and more. There's gonna be lots of names to keep track of.
Write them all
And
down.
a lot
Got
of
it.
decisions to be made. After that, we will go into 3 weeks of combat,
Ugh,
which will
it's not my favorite part of D&D.
right. Hopefully, it'll be a mix between combat and roleplay during the battle, but it is going to be the 3 weeks of combat,
Yeah.
which again we will end
Just
on
quit all
the
the time.
26th.
Never stop.
And have some fun there. So until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff. Don't forget to check out Curiosity on the Man as he streams Dead by Daylight. Don't forget to check out with Cruel as he also streams Dead by Daylight. Don't forget to check out Dom whenever he stops streaming again at Dungeons and Doms. And give it a round of applause for everyone who did amazing roleplay. And hopefully I did good with Yeslie's home. As the information I did good at. It was, I hopefully did good. I just wanted to make the grandfather stubborn, and that was my goal.
You done did good.
You guys did good at roleplay as well. Until next time.
Thank you.
And